because as far as I have experienced, the faculty is the one who is presenting the content in front of the students. And they see that what is being taught, what is being preached, is it being practiced also? So if they see the gap in between, it is the role of the faculty to first practice and then present the content in front of the student. So this is the most important thing, I think. And then the management has to actually provide all the support that a faculty needs, because as we are from an institute who has just started this UHV course in our curriculum, it's been only 6 months. I feel that initially a lot of effort is required. So the faculty, very less number of faculty are really, they have gone through this process of faculty development programs. So being a less number of faculty and large number of student, there is a gap. So less number of faculty is catering to large number of student. So sometimes we need a support of management to actually facilitate this process among the entire group of students. So this is my experience regarding this. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Garima. You have addressed very important issue that for large number of students, we need, I can say, we need to develop large number of faculty also for this value education, and for that, management is very needed to be in support form. Okay, now on this same issue or the question, I would like to listen from Dr. Lipika. Could you please enlighten on this? I can say discussion.
Yes, Dr. Mahesh. So yes, both roles are important. Management role is, as everybody is saying, that it is to bring this content to the faculties. But the faculty role is very crucial. In fact, what Dr. Charan was also saying, that it is the most important role, but it could be the weakest role also. Okay, so the role of the faculty is, it can make or break the situation. So it's very important for the faculties that it is gone to the faculties. It has been taken by the faculties really well. And as far as I can see, the team, the UHV team, when I started my exploration 1 year ago, so it's very smooth. I mean, when the moment you show your interest, the team is there to support you. So that way, it is feasible, I would say. Once it reaches to the faculty, then it becomes easier, and if they are able to explore that we are talking about the individual exploration part, they're able to explore. It is going to be a game changer. So yes, thank you, Dr. Mahesh.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Lipika, for sharing your own experience also while getting into this value education activities. Now I request Dr. Ela to enlighten or give her views on this, I can say, discussion.
Yeah.
Dr. Ela?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're clearly audible.
Yeah. So already we've been hearing it since the morning in the keynote, plus the presentation that was made, and all the panelists again stressing the role of the faculty and management. So I also feel the same, that faculty and management play a very pivotal role in creating an entire environment wherein value-based education can run smoothly. And faculty are the direct connect to the students. They are directly interacting with the students. They're imparting anyways the other skill education also. And this goes beyond academics. So their role is very crucial. And it would include faculty are also there as policymakers in board of studies and all that. So they also play a very important role in visualizing the impact that the subjects can have, and therefore incorporating it in the curriculum. Management, all the new curriculum, new subjects, changes in the subjects all go through the management. So management also needs to approve it technically. So definitely it is like a two sides of the same coin. You cannot do it without anyone. Both have to go hand in hand. So embedding this kind of a value-based education will better the responsibility of the individual towards oneself, a family, and society. And of course, as many of them have mentioned about modeling behavior, a faculty member have to lead by their own example, demonstrating values. So that is, of course, very important. Integrity is there, trust, respect, all those values are very important. And one more very important aspect is where management and faculty play a role is creating opportunities for, the life is a laboratory. So for this experiential learning, so it is their role to design community service extension work, projects, giving them greater and greater opportunities to reinforce these values through the live examples, the living, through the value-based living, helping them to lead it there. And of course, encouraging students to constantly explore within themselves. All this requires a great effort. It is not as simple. So management, of course, of the two have to have the larger vision, because they will make the facilities available. They will be creating the entire structure. So providing resources will be the role of the management to ensure that the teacher will ensure whatever is required to be done, and to create policies and to create that entire supportive culture. So I look at it that both are very important. One can say each one is important in their own way. Management is policy makers, faculty is the one who's implementing it, but they have to first implement it for themselves. So I think both are important.
Yes, thank you, Ila. Dr. Ilaji, that you have said that both are important, but for policies, management has played important role. For implementation, yes, faculties are also important. Now, I would like Dr. Amipara to give his views on this issue. Dr. Amipara.
Thank you, Dr. Mahesh. And greetings to the all panelists. Role of faculty is very crucial and major for the effective implementation, as faculty is directly connected with the students, and students who has to realize the values and live with it. And hence, first of all, there are certain criteria faculty need to adhere. Faculty, first of all, to convince himself or herself that this is to be implemented. Self-aware through a self-exploration, develop right understanding and right feeling within, do what you say and say what you do. Develop confidence, clarity, capability, and competence has to be improved. Improve competence of the both students as well as themselves. And to improve the competence of a student, faculty need to, first of all, put themselves in others' position, need to lower their competency and reach to the student level and work, implement solution-centric. These are some of the points faculty need to take care. They should become a director rather than a preacher, give a direction, not to preach. As far as management is concerned, management has to play a supportive role to provide base, to encourage faculty to carry out value-based their education. Also, provide necessary resources, infrastructure to create a conducive environment. to carry forward the education, develop and promote volunteers. These are some of the things management need to do. So both of has their own role, but faculty has to play a major role. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Amipara. And you have, I can say, importantly said that faculty has to work on himself while implementing the things. That is very important point that you have shared. Now, with this, now we'll, I can say, move to the other question. Now we can see that is both faculties and management has to be, I can say, important role while effective implementation. But as I see in the panelist, where are Dr. Kumar Samba, who is a resource person for longer time, and he has been implementing such kind of, I can say, education activities for longer duration. So I would like to listen from you, Dr. Kumar Samba. What is your views on experience that you have seen in implementation, and in that also you may put your views how the management and the faculty has played the role while implementation also. Yes, Dr. Kumar Sambhav.
Thank you, Dr. Mahesh. I am in perfect agreement with what my other panelists have said. The management and the faculty are basically the torch bearers of education, and they have to be properly developed. So as we see, every institution has a vision, has a mission. And if that vision is in line with holistic value-based education, then only our courses can be effective. If I go by the experience, then I'll say that under the guidance of AICTE, we have been conducting leadership development programs where we organize one-day workshops for the vice chancellors, policy makers, even like from the governor office, from the secretary level. Many people are coming and joining. And in that one-day workshop, we share our content and propose to the universities across the state that let us take it up. And everywhere I have found that it has been very beneficial. The universities have been forthcoming. Even the government has been forthcoming, and they have welcomed this kind of initiative. So leadership development program is of utmost importance. And now that we are opening this platform for universities abroad, so we can plan to have online LDPs for universities abroad also, where we can share our vision with the bureaucrats, with the policymakers, with the top leaders of the government. And if they are in agreement with what we are saying, then the program is going to be very effective, right? Secondly, the management development program is also very important. We generally conduct management development program for 3 days, where we try to orient the deans, directors, principals, heads of the department, senior professors with the input. And this we have been doing across many institutions, and we have found it very useful. In fact, the universities and the colleges in India, which have taken up seriously and are now going to become nodal centers, are those who have conducted LDPs and MDPs. Then it is followed by the faculty development programs, where we conduct faculty development programs in online as well as face-to-face mode. So if the introductory workshop is to be organized, we organize for 5 days online or 3 days face-to-face. And then we have the second level, which we call as UHV2, which goes for 5 to 6 days, online 6 days, and in face-to-face mode as 5 days. And it takes some time to really explore and internalize what is being proposed. And as the faculty get developed, in few years, they also join the third level of workshop, what we call as UHV3, where they are able to see the harmony in the self. What is the role of the innate harmony in propagating the masses forward? So these kind of development programs are of utmost importance, and once taken seriously, then it is bound to propagate across the society, across the world. So this kind of policy is being adopted. In addition to that, we can have value-added courses, we can have other inputs also, where the faculty can directly interact. We also have been conducting student development programs directly, in addition to the courses being taught. So these are some of the measures that we suggest.
Nice. Dr. Kumar, you have enlightened the activities taken by AICT and the UHV Foundation at, at every level, faculty level, management level, and leadership level also. So this is very good initiative, and you have shared your experiences also. Now, the similar lines, Dr. Garima, could you please enlighten also about your experiences while implementation of this value education activities at your institute or university?
So, as I have already shared that ours is a new institute and it's been only 6 months since we are trying to incorporate value education based subjects into our curriculum. So, what I feel is that as Dr. Kumar Sambhav has articulated, we also practice this being a university co-coordinator. We make sure that we have a faculty development program every month or every alternate month, whatever is possible according to the schedule. Then we had this leadership development program also. So, in that, the vice chancellors of universities around our university, they also participated, principals of the constituent colleges, because Punjab University is a big university with large number of colleges under it. Then head of the departments, then BOS members. So there were around 120 participants in that LDP, and whatever these activities actually help to take this the idea of UHV, the proposals of UHV, when they are placed in front of faculty and leaders, it becomes easy for us to implement it at the ground level. So then the faculty is motivated and they come forward. So initially it was the team of only 2 members. We started with 2 members and now it is 10 members in 6 months. So we are very positive about it and we are trying to propagate it in this manner. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Garima, for sharing detailed kind of activities and your experience at your university. This question I will ask to Dr. Santaji, Dr. Anita Mane, that you have been ex-director at one of the management institutes. So, what is your experiences while implementation of such value education activities?
Yeah, when I started, it says now it should start from the management people. So as a director, I was the one who started this program. Means I went through the FDP, as Dr. Sambhav Bhaiya said, that online FDPs are there. And I had been through that online where I started listening, understanding, and then I felt there was a need that it can be taken forward also. But it is a process which takes time. So when I started implemented it within myself. Then I started with my faculty members, but as it says, it has to go. And when it is compulsory, people take it more seriously. So through compulsion only, I had asked all my faculties to join. They had joined it. When they worked on it, they felt there was a need. And then we started with the students. During the induction program, we started providing it. And then I felt there was a need for my whole campus because I was taking care of my campus also there. So I felt there was a need for that it should be working for everyone, not only my college, MBA college, but for the schools also. So we had tried to do a workshop, not I should say faculty development program for 3 days. It is an introductory part where we had brought in principals, teachers, so that if they understand the concept, it will be going down to the students level also. Means we started first with the faculty members, with the MBA students at a higher level, and then we started with the 11, 12 students also, and then we went with the teachers also. This is the way we tried to put in the program, and just because it has started recently, we are just trying to see how things can work out. So we have taken the process and we are starting and we are working on it. And teachers did feel there is a change in them because they have started working on it. And the parents did feel there's a change because when the interactions with the students and the teachers change, the students inform their parents. And when the parents come and meet the teachers, again, there has been a change. The way of interactions, the way of doing the things have also changed. These few changes we were able to see. That's what I can say. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Anita. For nice, I can say from director level at top management level, you have seen what kind of things that you have taken care while implementing this. But I feel for sure while implementation, you must have gone through, like, or not only the Dr. Mani, but all must be, I can say, finding that there must be certain hurdles or difficulties you must have felt, or I can say seen. So now, what I would like to listen from the panelists, that what are the hurdles or the problems, or challenges, I'll say, while ensuring that value-based education will be, like, according to you, that is, I can say, that problems you have seen. And if those problems are there, what are the ways that you found out to overcome it? What are the ways by which you did it, like the things will be get overcome? So I'll start with the Dr. Ela. Dr. Ela has very large experience of academics, so she has also worked on, I can say, UHV content also. So I would like to listen from Dr. Ela, please.
Yeah, if you are discussing the hurdles in the value-based education, there are many challenges that will exist, but we have to find a way out. So one is, if we make do with lack of trained educators, then faculty will not be prepared to integrate values in their teaching because they are themselves not trained, or they are not adequately trained. So the solution here is that it has to be brought in. Regular training is required. It's not a one-time workshop and then it's done. These are regular development programs that have to be where the faculty is exposed to, and which are focused on the value-based education. Similarly, the hurdle is also the curriculum. The curriculum, especially as we get senior, we get very rigid about the curriculum. So all traditional curriculum will always prioritize more of skill education, more of rote learning, less of critical thinking, less of ethical considerations, less of self-exploration. So institutions will need to really adopt all these, very flexible, and where skill is integrated with values. So, that integrated approach also. Also, the pressure of academic, all this, scoring, grading from external bodies for institution. I won't name them, but we all understand that we are all under the pressure for grading and scoring. So naturally, all this will overshadow the development of values. So to overcome this, we need to strike a balance. We're not saying that that is not required to be in the current system, that may be required. But if we can strike a balance between academics and development of consciousness within the student, a holistic approach to education. One more thing is that cultural and societal differences will be there. So it can be interpreted differently, but universal human values will impress upon everyone because it touches the life of each one. They are universally accepted. So initially there is a resistance, but over and over as we are going through it, we find it is helping. So if we can create places in the curriculum, then that would really be good. So I think there are hurdles,
Yes.
we can find solutions.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Ela, for, I can say, giving or encompassing all hurdles that you have seen in curriculum implementation. Now, I would like to listen that the hurdles, that is one of the senior most person for this value education activity, Dr. Kumar Sambhav. Could you please tell us what are the hurdles or the challenges that you have faced and how did you overcome on it?
Yeah, so let me list some of the hurdles, and I'm in agreement with what Dr. Ela has been sharing. So one is that there is some inhibition in the faculty, students, or management towards taking initiatives for value education because they feel that they are into technical education, and for them, covering the technical content, conducting more and more research, going for more and more projects and consultancy holds a higher priority. But once they are through it, once they are able to initiate some activity and are able to see the results, then they are in favor of it. So to begin with, there is always some resistance if you try to make a change in the system. But gradually, when people see the effectiveness and the impact, then they fall in line. So this is one major issue. And for that only, as you can see in the slide also here, like we have been conducting the leadership and management development programs, and that removes the hurdle. So that is the solution to this part. Second hurdle is effective teaching of the courses. So as I have seen that if the vice chancellor or the senior members in the management take it seriously, then the course is taught effectively. But if the vice chancellor is not totally in favor of it or does not take much interest in it, then gradually the way the courses are being taught or the student induction program is conducted or the question papers are set lose that seriousness. The way the question paper, the solutions are evaluated. So let me share from my university that if the vice chancellor was totally in favor of it, then we have been doing this very effectively. But sometimes the vice chancellor do change, and if it happens, then maybe the faculty who have not gone through the workshop are given to teach the courses or to set the papers or to evaluate the answer sheets. And it so happens that many times average marking is also done. So the students who read the course, who try to understand the course seriously, get disheartened. So for that, I think there is a very crucial role of the vice chancellor to make this course effective by taking seriousness and priority, ensuring priority of this course. Thirdly, I'll say that just introducing the SIP or the UHV2 course is not enough. We have to go for electives. In fact, it is desirable that in every year the students go through this kind of input, isn't it? If we do that, then they are able to retain. Otherwise, when they go through the course, the motivation is high, but gradually the tension goes low. So what I generally observed is that if you just have SIP, during the SIP, they feel highly motivated. But after some time, they lose interest. And then when they go through UHV2, then again they have some motivation. But when the time comes for placement, again the motivation goes down. So offering elective courses, minor degree courses is another solution that I would like to propose here. There's some limitation of time, or I would have shared some more measures to be taken. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Sambhav, that you have put various the issues that you have seen while implementation. Now that we have seen that this is important in higher education, but somewhere can we think about the students at the lower level also? Lower level means education ka lower level. That is what is secondary and primary level. So now we'll ask this question to Dr. Amipara. While you were working as a principal also, what do you feel? Is this possible that we take this education, value-based education to the primary and secondary level? And if we want, what are the steps to be taken for effective implementation? Yes, Dr. Amipara.
Yes. The possibility, there is a possibility and also requirement to extend the value-based education in primary and secondary children. And they should be made aware so that what we are doing presently, in fact, if I talk about my experience, when I have started this course at a later stage, and by that time, I started understanding there are a lot of preconditionings. A layer of preconditioning has created over a period of time. And so what I have to undergo is unlearning, then learning. Now, this process of unlearning and learning can be made little easier if it is extended to the primary and secondary level. So that whenever they reach to the higher education level, it becomes very simple for them, quite with less effort they can do. However, of course, this is very, very important to implement at a higher level education, because higher level education students are ready to take up the society, take up their family responsibilities. So to build a right understanding, family and society with right understanding, and we need to have, for the undivided society, we need to have the stakeholders, they should be very strong. And to create the strong stakeholder at higher level, it is very essential. But to prepare at higher level, primary requirement, whatever required, this can be given at this secondary level and primary level, so that the things can go easily and very smoothly. And at higher level, we can create an undivided society, we can create a society which can nurture rather than to exploit. So, and from the beginning, if it is done, then it is very easy. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Amipara, for your inputs. Now, the similar question, like whether it is possible and how we will implement it, that I would like to listen from Dr. Lipika. That can you see the possibility at primary and secondary level? Dr. Lipika?
Yes, Dr. Mahesh. Yes, the possibility is always there. I think we've already started implementing that. When we start in this higher education, the value education in higher education, the intention was to, yes, of course, the students will be guided for this value education, but then, also there was a requirement for the teachers, so the teachers are being trained. So we have already started implementing this, at all the levels, you can say. So more teachers need to be trained, and because this faculty development is very, very crucial, this self-exploration has to start within the faculty, so that they can help the students to explore themselves. So that is very important, and we have already on the part. How do we want to implement that in the primary and secondary levels? Maybe that would be, little different. Maybe we have to include, videos, plays, a lot of community services, projects, sharing circles. So those ways can be different, but the implementation is possible, and we are already, on that path.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Lipika, for your sharing. Now, with this, I can say very nice and interesting, I can say panel discussion. Now, on the same content, I would like to listen or any question, if any, I can say delegates present in this panel discussion. So I can see Dr. Amresh and Dr. RP Singh. Would you have any questions regarding this content? You may ask to any panelist. You may please pose the question. You're welcome. Okay, Dr. RP Singh, do you have any question regarding this content?
Dr. Mahesh, can I go with the question to Dr. Kumar Sambhav?
Yes, you please be brief about your question. Yes.
I just want to know, can there be any credentials for the people who get involved to help them that, okay, this is what is their contribution to the institution, but can there be any specific, what do you say, help from AICT or people who are involved, can be figured out and help them in their personal development. Now, development, when I'm saying it is in the form of the post and all that. So whatever they are getting in right now in their institutions, if this is been as one opportunity for them, can we think on these lines? Yeah.
Okay, two things here. Nice question asked by Dr. Amresh. So first of all, UHV Foundation and AICT have been very welcoming for the development of faculty in true sense of the word. Now, when it comes to getting some increment or some promotion out of this, so basically would like to discourage this kind of initiative, like in place of going for such courses for promotion or increment, it's better to see the basic aspiration and fulfill through such courses. That is more enriching, more fulfilling, I'll say. But at the same time, I'll say that institutions have been doing this. Basically, for promotion also, you have to attend FDP. And there is some duration also given. And AICT has always acknowledged this FDP also as a part of FDP, which can be counted for promotion, right, or increment. So that is always there. So I'll say that the provision is there, but I think having a better motivation would be more welcoming.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, we have Dr. Anil Singh Rathod also with us. So anyone, any question from Dr. Anil Singh Rathod to the panelist?
No, yeah, right now I'm listening and the discussion is going good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So with this discussion, I would like to, I can say, conclude with a few, I can say, observation that I've seen from the panelists. That we have seen for implementation of value-based education, both faculty as well as management play a very important role. And into that, management and teacher both are important, so they go in hand. Everyone has to play his or her own role. And while look at the challenges, that we know that there are large number of students and this content has to be taken for the students, we need to prepare faculty more, and that is the biggest challenge for that management need to be, we can say, supportive. And it is seen through various hurdles. And how did they overcome? By making various activities like faculty development program, management development program, leadership development program that is offered by the AICT also. That can be a possible. At the same time that we've seen this is not we have to limit only to the, I can say, higher education. When we can take up into that uh, to the lower, like primary and secondary education also. So thank you so much for giving the input to the, I can say, this implementation of I can say human values in higher education. Thank you so much, one and all, for your presence and lively interaction with us. Thank you so much from my side.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Beautiful.
everyone. Namaste.
We can close right now.
We can continue. Maybe we can close the live streaming and the recording, and we can now briefly review for 5 minutes. So recording can be turned off. Live streaming can be turned off. Okay, yeah. Ji.
Yes, recording paused.